Witterson.
Whatever you want to call it. We do a system for the Harman Kardon version, which is obviously the newer version with a different menu setup. As you can see, this all shown on the original screen. All this is still touchscreen. All these buttons down here work too, obviously. So if I was pressing media, setup, navi, phone, so all these work with the original. Obviously the parking sensors are not going to work because obviously I haven't got my car in forward or reverse, so you'll see them working, but those two buttons are going to show you that they do work. Yeah, so basically this is the Android 14 version now, which has just been released. It comes with an 8-core processor in 464 gig of RAM, and also it's just been updated to 14, so obviously it's just putting all that onto our website at the moment. So if I just want to go over to the Android series, as you can see, it's designed in a lot of what you would normally expect into the Jaguar cars of like 2019 onwards, I believe they've put this new interface in here, which looks a little bit more, as I say, updates the car itself. It's a bit of a bugger to install, because sometimes you do have to run the cables all the way around underneath here and to the subsection into the back body armrest, so it can be a little bit messy. It can be a little bit more messy if your car's a convertible over the hardtop, so obviously just bear that in mind. Also on this system with the Bosch, you do have to remove a circuit board from the old radio and put onto the new one. On the later versions, the new versions for the Harman Kardon, you don't have to do that. It is just pretty much relatively a plug and play. But just be mindful for the Bosch that you do need to take a circuit board. If you want to see some instructions of the circuit board getting moved over, just give us a shout and we'll direct you to a video online that we've also got in our shop, which will just show you to do it. Or alternatively, you can go onto our website, www.iceboxauto.com, go into the user guide section. You'll also see a PCB board changeover manual guide, so you can get it from there too. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown. All these icons tend to be more relatable towards the Android side, other than that one there, which takes you back to there. But also down here you do have like this one here, it takes you into the applications. As you can see, it's nice and quick and responsive. But I'll just start off at the main homepage. So the video there, which basically if you've got any movies you want to put onto a pen drive, the system comes with two USB cables and you can plug it into there. Now this can be switched off because this is a safety feature that was pretty much mandatory in all cars today, which stopped you from watching anything when you're driving. I'll be truthful with you, we don't encourage it whatsoever, but if you do you are sitting up or you have a passenger in the car, you can get rid of that bit just by simply going into the settings. So if I just go back out there to home, again this original one takes you back to the car, original menu. The dashboard is just like a little revs, so if I put my foot down you can see it going up and down, and also let's go on to the next screen. Applications, I'll show you that in a moment. Setup, it's just basically things like volume, navigation, back car, about system, so you can adjust settings on there. So obviously you can put any map of choice onto the home page. Just a few settings there to set up like whether your car's got an original camera or not. Sometimes if this is preset to aftermarket camera, so if you do have an original camera in the car, just make sure that's switched on there, as you can see. If you don't, then obviously you can switch that off and put it to an aftermarket camera, so both will work fine. Just going into there, which basically shows the Android version 14. Can go into factory settings with this password. Let me have a little look. I think it's 8888, I think. Yep, so this just takes you into the back end menu here. This option here, car type, so depending on what screen you've got in the moment, this is relative towards that. Sometimes if you've got a Harman Kardon, you choose that, but don't change that unless we advise. I'll just go back into here. This Z-Link one, this is your CarPlay and Android Auto app. So obviously if you've got an Apple phone, it does bring over all your Apple maps and Google Maps and music apps, text messaging apps like WhatsApp and stuff like that. It can't do anything like movies, Netflix, YouTube, but you can use the Android side for that. Android Auto is the same. Okay, let's go into applications. So this is where all the apps go into. Any apps that you've downloaded, any apps on the firmware, they're all there. That Z-Link I've just shown you, which is the CarPlay, Android Auto. This internal, this is basically for putting any music onto a pen drive. The same with the films that I showed you, so you can play all your albums. The video's the same. Chrome and Google here, Gmail, or pretty much browsers. There's your Play Store, so if you did want to go into your App Store to download any apps, all you need to do is sign into there. You do need to give it an internet connection to use these type of apps, which you can either do hotspot, Wi-Fi tethering with your hotspot on your phone, or alternatively it does come with a SIM card holder. You can get a SIM card for data. Once you've logged in there, you can download any apps. Going back out to here, let's have a little look. There's Google Maps there. Again, going to need an internet connection on that one, so obviously that may not work. but you can put offline maps on there like Sidekick, TomTom and all that type of stuff, which you just download from the Play Store. Let's have a look. Picture, relatively boring one. YouTube, okay, everyone knows that one. You're probably watching a video on here. There's your phone options there, so obviously you can pair your phone to it and get phone book support. You can do music streaming off your phone. AVM, let me have a look at that one. Just takes you back to that one. I didn't know that one. That one there. Okay, settings, DSP. Okay, good thing about this is obviously it's got a built-in amp. So obviously not only then you can fine-tune your existing car's amp, you can also tune the output on the system itself. Just enhance the sound, sorry. Little tip for you though, guys. When you install these systems, when obviously if you've got some of the volume settings too high, you might get a little bit of humming because you're more relying on the car's amp than the system's amp. So just fine tune it, because sometimes it's better to lower the sound down on this and let the car's amp do the work, and sometimes it's better to do the other way around. So on today's car, we prefer the system's amp to do all the work and the car's amp to do less work. Let me just get rid of that. I'll show you what I mean. Go back out to here. Applications, settings. So sometimes this setting is better down and the car's music amp higher. On today's car we found that works basically high and the car's being low, so obviously it works a lot better. It just fine tunes any interference coming in from the aux, which you'll normally naturally get when you put on any device to an aux type system, and one with the volume's too high and the car's not, then you will get a little bit of humming when it's on a low level. To get rid of that, you just adjust these. Let's have a look, cancel that one. What else we got here? I think that's pretty much it, guys. Look at applications or File Manager. Okay, so if you're familiar with File Manager, you can put applications on here that you can't get from the Play Store. So if you alternatively you want to put your IPTV on there, you can download the app, download the app onto your phone, upload it through that app there, and you can put any apps on there of choice, so you can do it that way. So yeah, I'll just bring it to an end today, guys, just to show you these ones are just all shortcuts for the phone. There's the maps. These are just shortcuts for the home page anyway. So hope you liked the video.
Witson